Ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
Big Four boys, we're back. Episode 7. We took a week off, had to get the knee right, had to recover, but we're back better than ever. It's going to be a loaded episode today, folks. We got the NFL, we had travels, we had vacations and stuff. We got laid. We did all
Hey,
this
speak
stuff.
for yourself, Chief. Whoa.
No, that was
Definitely speak.
yeah, that was I was hanging out with a guy. But anyways, so we're getting into this. We're going to talk it up. Alec, let's start with the NFL. This is pretty exciting. We got football back. We got people tailgating, eating ribs, saying slurs. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun.
Man, there is nothing better than football season being back. I'm talking about college football. I'm talking about
Ooh,
NFL.
ooh.
There is nothing better. I mean, this is the definition of America, folks. And, I'm all for it. Last week, I don't know if anyone watched the Tampa Bay Dallas Cowboys game, but that game was just fantastic. And then we ended the week off with another fantastic game with Las Vegas. I mean, did you guys see that stadium? Did you see that stadium, bro?
That's that heat. That's living luxury.
But how crazy was that game? Like every 2 minutes you thought the other team won, and then 2 minutes in I thought Ravens won, and then I thought the Raiders won, and then I thought the Ravens won. It was like just going back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
And then finally, that was a beautiful pass by Derek Carr. Everyone thought it was a run. Everyone thought it was a run, and the guy gets a wide open TD. That was beautiful, man.
Yeah, the back and forth with the Ravens, it reminded me of that Browns Ravens. I believe last year when Lamar had to go to the bathroom to take a dookie, he was shitting his pants. That was another game that was up in the air. Something about those Ravens and uncertainty. They just like it.
Well, I think it's your boy Baker Mayfield, and I'm talking about your boy because I know you're a big Mayfield fan. He can't close these games, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
Baker.
he couldn't close against the Chiefs either. I don't get what. I think, can we say he's a bust? Is he a bust?
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean it's hard because he had that great rookie season. He broke that TD record that I think Herbert beat him on that last year because
I mean,
Oregon.
come on, man. I don't know. He
Right.
has all the weapons. He shouldn't have any excuses.
Mhm.
Yet they're still giving this guy excuses. He still can't win big games. I mean, I don't know. I think he's like a B minus, C plus QB. I'm not wowed by him, and maybe it's just because I don't watch a lot of Cleveland Brown games. But every time I do see him, just like, well, what's the hype about this guy again?
Yeah, well, he's so busy taking vacation photos and flexing a little bit. I don't know if you remember, I had a really popular podcast, billions of listens, called Bum of the Week on your network, and he won that award quite a few times, stumbling, grumbling, throwing multiple picks in a game.
Yeah,
We saw everything, folks, and so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trust him. Obviously, he's got more commercials than wins. That's the classic Stephen A. Smith joke where he's a better actor. He should go to Hollywood, if not, and molest like all those guys do. But I don't know.
Do you think the Browns re-sign him, give him a lot of money this year?
Ooh, now that is a question. Mm,
What would you do if you were the Browns front office? Would you give him all the money or just franchise tag him for a year?
probably tag and bag for a year. I don't know if I'd give him all the money. Has he shown you enough to get all the money?
But who are you going to get instead of him? Like what are you going to do? I mean, he's not bad enough where you're going to be in a good draft position to get a QB, and he's not good enough to win you any playoff games. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this year might be his breakthrough year, but I haven't seen anything in like 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know who the option is. Maybe get a Fitzpatrick or a can of brick. Some dude who's on their dying legs who can show him.
Is Fitzpatrick still good? I mean, everyone says this. He bounces around every team, different team every year.
Mhm.
Is this guy still good? I mean, I don't know. We didn't get to see a lot of him on Sunday because he got injured, unfortunately. But I don't know.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place with these games. Did you watch any of the specific ones? I tuned into the Thursday night Tampa Bay. Tom Brady looks young and he's cute.
Oh, yeah. So let's start with Thursday night. Yeah, I watched that. I watched the whole game. Zeke was a letdown, 33 yards. But you know what? They didn't go to him. Like, they only went to him 11 times. I think their whole point was, we're going to pass the ball against this team. They have a great defense. Dak played amazing. I was very impressed. I mean, the guy looked very quarterbackial. That's the word. He was just very professional. He wasn't phased. I just liked the way he was holding himself, and that's what he was. That's what his claim to fame was. Even as a rookie, he was always, quarterback. He always said the right things. He always acted the right way, and he looked just that way, on Thursday. But I didn't see him running a lot. The old Dak, I would have seen him run some plays. Get a couple of downs with his legs. He didn't do any of that while I was watching him, which was in. On the other end, TB12, the guy is aging in reverse. I mean, I think he's better now than he was like 3 years ago, which is kind of crazy to say.
It's wild to see how the whole thing worked out for him. You thought his end in New England, yeah, he's fucked. He's going to Tampa Bay. Everyone's going, yeah, go ahead, buddy. Go ruin your legacy. You're not going to be like Peyton and have success with a different team. And he's really nutted on all the haters.
Oh, man.
He's really done well. And how about Gronk? Didn't Gronk get in the end
Oh, my God. He was great, man. Gronk was great. He was playing like vintage Gronk. Like, he was all over the place. It was beautiful, man.
Yeah, sick boy.
But the only thing is, they don't have a running game. Their defense was not as great as advertised. They let the Cowboys, score like 29 points, which is crazy. Yeah. And then on the offensive end, they had a lot of penalties, and they had like 4 turnovers. Like, that's the only reason the Cowboys were even in this game, by the way. Like, those 4 turnovers, subtract 1 or 2, game over. It's not even close, right? I mean, and turnovers between you and me, I think they're mostly random. You can't really count on these turnovers. I mean, I know there are some teams that consistently get more turnovers than others, but they're mostly random. I mean, it's just if it's your lucky day or not.
It is kind of luck. The more disciplined thing is the penalties. That's where it's, all right, is this team in shape, or are they just kind of fucking around and loosey-goosey? I don't know. I think I picked, you put me on the spot a few weeks ago. You said who's repeating, and I sort of jizzed, didn't really know what to say. And I thought, oh, well, Tampa Bay is going to do well at least. I still think they will. It's something where they'll clean up the D. They've got a nice D, big D.
Look, I think
they'll do well.
As bad as they played, they still won.
Right.
And I think that should bode well with the team. I mean, anyways, let's talk about some Sunday games. Did you watch any games on Sunday?
So, see, I didn't really tune in. I'm sort of a casual Twitter checker. Dude. I was also driving back from the Big C, Big Antifaville, Seattle.
Whoa,
and
nice.
So we were tuning in. I was checking Twitter. I saw that Joe Burrow came back, got a dub. Justin Herbert, who's the best quarterback in the NFL, got a win. There were some good ones. Sam Darnold got revenge on his old team.
That's my boy.
That's a USC kid, San Clemente kid. It looks like he was in a fraternity that abused people. And yeah, I'm happy for him. What else did we have? The Chiefs made that Seaman back or comeback.
The Seattle Seahawks took care of business as usual. The Detroit Lions, Jared Goff was as bad as advertised. And then he got some points during garbage time to make that game close, but no. Matthew Stafford was as great as advertised, playing for the Rams. I mean, Sean McVay was basically shitting all over Goff and saying how much better Stafford is. And Stafford had a ton of pressure. Guess what? He came through.
Yeah, he looked great. And that sexy, sexy stadium.
Oh, man, that was a beautiful win in a beautiful stadium. I think the Rams are a really serious contender for a Super Bowl. Then your boy Jameis Winston, brother. The second coming of freaking what's his name? Peyton Manning. I mean,
Yeah,
5 TDs, 0 picks. I mean, this guy looked better than Drew Brees. You know what I mean?
it should have been
Um,
starting last year, in my opinion. Just
I,
crab legs was doing his thing. He was running. He was throwing. He's eating
he,
that W. He took that W and deep throated like he used
and
to.
he really screwed over Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what that is,
Mm,
man.
that's some.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. That was really bad. I mean, Aaron Rodgers played like ass.
It's time for Jordan Love. Where is the love?
are you? Is that a serious comment? Are you ready to get rid of A-Rod if you're a Green Bay Packers fan?
I don't know if I'm getting rid of A-Rod. He's given his all. He's got the mustache. He's in State Farm commercials. You got to give him his.
But he hasn't given his all to the Green Bay Packers.
Oh,
He
he's the classic quit on my team, shrug the shoulders, bad body language. I don't want to be here. It's like I'm at the DMV type guy. But he's given them something.
I don't know what he's giving them because I mean that game he was awful and their defense wasn't any better. I mean they got manhandled. That was a bad game, as your boy Stephen A. Smith says. Not he wasn't a bad man. It was a bad game.
Yeah, yeah, some
Um,
goat there, but A-Rod isn't the goat. What other? See, yeah, I was such a lazy cunt, not really tuning in and watching the
come
games.
on, man.
You have
t-
Red Zone. I mean, I'm poor, so I don't have some of these great.
oh yeah, I got red zone. Sorry, my man.
Buddy, so Jake, who I lived with, who you know, who's a mutual guy, PWC guy, he uh he had the red zone set up when we lived together, and so I would sometimes bum it on a Sunday, check out the games, and jerk to whoever the cutest QB. But that was the fun part, was getting to watch those games. Just flip who's in the red zone, who's gonna fumble it away.
Well, yeah, I got the red zone, so it is kind of time consuming, kills your Sunday because the whole day you're just watching these games. But it is a lot of fun. All right, let me tell you. Um, there's a division in the NFC, and the whole division is a perfect 1-0.
Hmm.
Do you know what that division is?
I know it's not the East, that's for damn sure.
NFC. Actually, there's a weaker division than NFC East this year, by the way,
Is it the
in the
West?
NFC. Huh?
Is it the West? It's
Which one? The weaker one or the better one?
oh, the better one. The NFC
Yeah,
West.
NFC West is all 1-0. These
Yeah.
are all potential playoff teams. I mean, that's kind
What
of
what
nuts.
is that? Rams, Seahawks, Niners.
Rams, Seahawks, Niners, Cards, and
Cardinals
all of
played
them
really well.
won resoundingly. I mean, Cards took care of business. Seahawks took care. I mean, none of these games were close. I
Right.
mean,
Let's talk about Kyler
those.
Murray for a sec. He's cute and he can throw the ball deep. What a pleasant surprise. I feel like everyone is saying short guys don't matter, and he did pretty well.
Who? Kyler Murray? Yeah, dude, that guy's for real. I mean, I thought he was going to be kind of a bust, but he's doing a pretty good job.
As a
Um,
UCLA
I'm,
guy, you're probably a bit butthurt because they replaced Rosen Frozen. That hurt.
man, Rosen, I don't think he ever got a fair shot, but I guess these scouts saw something that you and I didn't. I thought he'd be okay in the right situation,
Hmm.
but I guess he's very high maintenance. He's like Aaron Rodgers without the full talent. And these NFL teams are like, why are we going to sign up for this drama queen if he's not that good?
Like,
You
what has
know,
he done that's been? I know when he got drafted, he said, "Oh, there were 10 mistakes in front of me," and
no,
my
he's just like
daughter
he's like a douchebag. He thinks he's like smarter than everyone else. He thinks he's better than everyone else. He's like he's
Sigma
born
Chi
into a
douche.
well,
Yeah,
huh?
Sigma Chi
Yeah,
douche. Yeah.
no, it's SAE dude actually.
Oh wow, rape.
Even yeah, actually, but yeah, this guy he has a totally big head. I don't think anyone on the UCLA team liked him. That was the rumor, anyways. When I was going to UCLA, people would say, "Yeah, none of the football guys like him. He's just not like a likable guy on the team. He thinks he's better than everyone else." because in a way he kind of is, because he's born into a wealthy Manhattan Beach family, right?
Uh,
Came to UCLA straight, like I think he skipped his senior year of high school, came to UCLA, which is like,
oh,
yeah, like they got him spring semester of his high school year. They brought him to UCLA so he could get reps with the football team, and then he started as like the youngest, like he was the youngest QB starter for UCLA in UCLA football history. So all these things. Then like when he came in, he was like the already projected number one pick in the NFL draft. All of this stuff, and then it just didn't work out at UCLA. And you saw glimpses of brilliance in the guy. Like his passing game was great, but then he went to the NFL. He was in the wrong situation twice. Where'd he go? He went to the Cards, and then he went to Miami. Was
hmm.
in Miami?
Yeah, he was in
Yeah.
Miami. Pitbull.
Yeah. Is he? Is he? He's on Tampa Bay now, right?
I think
Or
he.
did they cut him?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask you this real quick. I know we're kind of all over the place with the NFL talk, but I remember Kobe in an interview, RIP. He said that you should you should never make excuses when you're getting drafted, you're moving into the league. It's up to you to figure out the right situation. Saying, "Oh, I wasn't put in a good position." That's a ton of BS. I feel like that's a lot easier said than done in basketball, whereas NFL, to me, it does seem more systematic, where you do need the right coach, the right massage therapist, the right happy ending. You need everything to be perfect in order to
Well,
succeed. What are your thoughts?
well, yeah, that's completely true. I mean, like let's say 80% of the guys need the right system, right? Like they need everything going for them. And 80% of the guys who have the right system can be good. Like it's just if you have a good O line, if you have a good running game, if you have a good wide receiver, all of this stuff, you could put a drop and plug and play QB, and you could win games. I mean, what was Nick Foles with the Philadelphia Eagles, man? I mean, don't tell me Nick Foles was any better than Tom Brady or something.
That's right.
He was in the right situation. He had the right coach. He had a good O line. He had a great running game. He had some solid wide receivers that he really like. I don't. I think like there's a few QBs that any situation they're in, they're gonna win games.
Yep.
These are like Andrew Luck. I remember like 10 years ago when he got drafted number one. He was on a shitty Colts team and he still made the playoffs. I was like, okay, yeah, this guy's gonna win it anywhere, right? Tom Brady, he's gonna win anywhere. Even when the Pats were just god awful, they were winning all those games because he's just better than everyone, right? I mean, like there are QBs that elevate their team, even if their team is crap. But then most of the QBs in the league are the QBs that need the right system, the right things. Like Jimmy Garoppolo, like he's not a great QB. If the system around him isn't great, he's shit, you know.
Hmm.
And
He's got
Russell
decent
Wilson,
taste. Oh, sorry, I was going to say on Jimmy G, decent taste in porn stars, but you're right. He's not doing much on the field that is beneficial to the team.
yeah, it's like Jared Goff. Like he's not good. He's just in the right system. Like
Of course.
Sean McVay keeps cutting Jared Goff down. Like he keeps shitting on him.
Hmm.
And you're like, whoa, this guy had a really good winning percentage with you, bro. Like he wasn't even that bad. Like he took you to a Super Bowl. And Sean McVay is basically saying this guy was garbage. Like the way we got to the Super Bowl was just through our defense and Todd Gurley, essentially. I mean, like he was like basically saying how limited Goff is. It's pretty. I mean, if you listen to him, it's pretty savage.
Really, yeah, I haven't heard many of those presses, but even looking at someone like Baker, he's been put in such a good position, and they still are pissing it away and urinating. So you're right. I
Yeah.
think it's a good point with Brady, with Luck. There are a couple people that make their own luck, if you.
Good. That's good. That's a good
But
twist. That.
yeah. So all right, dude, we've covered some NFL stuff. There were impressive people: Herbert, Burrow, Kyler. There's so many damn good players. It's really fun to watch, and I think the NFL is in a good spot where there's always parity in the NFL. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm excited to see who succeeds as the season goes on. It's always so funny seeing people make impressions after the first week. just go, oh, this team's on the rise after 1 week. Come, all
Or
right,
this team is complete shit.
yes, settle down there, Bucko. Did you want to talk college at all? I just had one quick thing on college football. We don't need to ramble, scramble.
Pac-12 is looking better than they normally do. At Oregon, big win. UCLA, big win.
Yeah,
USC, they fired their coach. For the people that don't know,
yeah.
his name was Clay Helton. Guy was a regular no name. He was an assistant coach, very nice guy. Nothing to write home about. And I don't know how he was there for like 4 years. He was just he wasn't winning any games. He was just a really nice guy. No one wanted to fire. And I think, Saturday they lost to Stanford to win. They were 14-point favorites, and they just lost. It was a bad loss too. They weren't even close. And the next day he got fired, and he deserved to get fired. I'm just interested in who they hire. I'm hoping they get a big name. UCLA crosstown rivals. They got Chip Kelly. The pressure's on these guys to bring someone big. We'll see.
I'm always a fan of the mid-season fire, especially if a coach has just been shit. You go, let's get rid of him now. The only problem is the scramble to find someone, because you can go interim, but at the same time you sit there and think, well, is this going to be better than the head coach we had? Because this interim guy was also helping out as well. So is there really going to be a huge upgrade here? The mid-season is tough to
Well, you can't bring a real coach mid-season either, because a real coach wouldn't want to come mid-season, because he'll be like,
yeah, that's why
this is not my system.
Exactly, that's why the mid-season firing, you go, maybe we hold on.
No, they had to do it because if the guys don't believe in you, if your players don't believe in you, you have to do it. And like a lot of boosters were pissed because they lost week 2 of the season, basically blowing their playoff chances, while UCLA, on the other hand, who's supposed to be a basketball superpower, is beating LSU. I mean, he had to go, and it was a statement, huh?
Yeah, I was just saying, you got to do something, make those boosters happy, get that booster shot, vaccine.
Gotta get those money. Gotta get that money, my man.
Right. You got to make your people happy, the people who are feeding you, fat and happy. The one thing I'll say about college football, then we can skedaddle on to other topics about horrors and women or whatever. One thing that was hilarious is, so the Ducks last week, so 2 weekends ago, for their opener against Fresno State, it was a struggle. Anthony Brown, their QB, was having a rough outing. I was checking Twitter during the game. So much trash. So many even Duck fans going, what the fuck? Get this guy out of the game. We're screwed. How are we tied with Fresno in the fourth quarter? All these Ohio State fans jumping into the UO football Twitter accounts mentioned saying, y'all ain't ready for next week. Hope y'all ready for next week. Next week's going to be an ugly one. And so this Saturday, after the Ducks upset Ohio State, guess what I did? I went back in, gave a retweet to all those Ohio State fans talking shit, just to bring their shit talking to the front of the timeline for them saying, oh, y'all ain't ready, because they're going to eat their words and this dick.
So you taking it out on football Twitter, college football Twitter, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't talk any mess either. It's not like I messaged any of these dudes. I just
that would have been way more fun. You got to message these guys.
I just gave them a retweet. And no one responded, which was pretty funny. I thought some dude would be like, hey man, fuck you for retweeting my tweet a week later. But you got to expose these clowns. And it's so funny. Dude, football fandom is the most hilarious thing, where a dude is so openly willing to just say, yeah, our team's the best. And then once they shit the bed, you see all their tweets change, where they go, man, we got to clean it up. We got to do better.
Did you click on the accounts of the people you retweeted, and then they changed it, right? They were putting tweets up of like, yeah, bad loss, like this is bullshit.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. They're acknowledging, they're saying, oh, we got to fire this coordinator, we got to lube up that guy. They're saying all this stuff, just trying to reconcile what happened.
By the way, why was that game even played? Why was that game even played?
It was in Columbus. Yeah, it was away
I
from.
know. I know, but why would Oregon agree to that, to a Big Ten game?
I think they had it scheduled. They've been trying to do it for. I think they tried to do it last year, but there was no out of conference play. It was originally they were supposed to play at Autzen. This was pre-COVID that this got scheduled, and then I don't know. I mean, Oregon agreed because they knew they'd win. No, I don't know.
Clearly.
No, I don't know why they would do it, but they took it, and now Oregon's they'll be in the playoff.
Yeah, I doubt that. No offense to your
We'll
boys.
see. No, exactly. I was joking with my buddies. We're the team that will win that huge game, and then 2 weeks from now, watch us lose to Arizona or something really embarrassing.
Or Stanford. Or
Yeah, exactly. We always lose to some Pac-12 team that we shouldn't lose to. That's always how we shit the bed.
Hey, you guys do well in basketball. I thought basketball was Oregon. No, wait, football is your specialty. Which one is your specialty, dude? You Ducks are good in both.
Recently, we've done well in basketball. I think it was, yeah, while I was in college, we went to the Final Four. We've had some tournament success. I think it was 2016, 2017 maybe that we lost to UNC in the Final Four, but last year no, we only made it to the second round of the tournament last year.
I
But
think you guys made it to the third round.
no, not last year. The Oregon State made it to the Sweet 16 last year. That sucked. I mean, they're our rival.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't. I mean,
Oregon State.
well, we've got a ton of European listeners. I don't know if they even know football. By the way, to the European listeners, we're talking about American football this whole time. I don't know. Maybe they think they're.
Hold on. Do we have European listeners?
Oh shit. Are you? I checked our demo, and it's we've got
300,000.
300K in Ireland. We've got 1 million in London. It's pretty spread. Yeah,
We love you guys. We love you guys
Yeah.
all equally.
Yeah, pay for our Patreon with the euros. All right, dude. So we've covered a ton of football shit. For the folks who are here for the accounting stuff, sorry, just watch our recent episodes with a ton of advice. We're covering anything but accounting this week. Sometimes you need a break and you need to have some fun. You need to talk about
Exactly. We got a lot to catch up on, folks.
We've got a lot to catch up on. We've had some fun times recently. Alec, do you want to give any update on just how fucking law school's been? Did you lose your 10%?
Actually, yeah. I got a few updates for us today. Well, USC had a bar review last week. So for all our listeners who don't know what a bar review is, it's basically a funny way of saying it's like a social event and everyone just goes to the bar, but they call it a bar review so that it sounds good. Anyways, so it was at a cool spot in Santa Monica.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a fun night, man. It was just funny that I saw a lot of people being hypocritical. It was this tight spot, like maybe the size of your room, and you had like 100, 150 USC law students there, and not one person was wearing a mask. But these same people in the classroom, if you're not wearing a mask or something like that, they go nuts, right? So I just found that funny that no one really was wearing a mask. Actually, no one at all was wearing a mask there. Yet in a classroom, same type of thing, same ventilation, maybe better ventilation in the classroom because they do have air conditioner and so on and so forth. Everyone wears masks. So I found that interesting.
Yeah, they're doing their best Gavin Newsom impression. Tell everyone what to do, and then
but it was a lot of fun, man. The bar room was a lot of fun. I met a lot of new people.
Nice.
It was a good scene, and then I ended the night up at 1212 in Santa Monica for all our listeners who know the Santa Monica area.
Sweet, that's awesome. And was that organized by some dude in your class? Does the school
actually
organize that? Like, how does that even come about?
So there's this group of people that organize a bar review every week, and it's kind of a lot of work because they have to negotiate with the bar to basically reserve it for USC, and then negotiate it to an extent where USC law students get like a lower drink price or something.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sweet. This place normally drinks for like 20-25 bucks. Like it was like a nice spot in Santa Monica, and they negotiated like specialty cocktail to like $10 or something like that.
Hmm.
I mean, still not cheap, but like pretty good for a specialty cocktail or whatever.
Yeah. Now I want to
Um,
go to law school just to do that.
just go over the bar. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, and I was thinking like, hey, no one's gonna show up because we have a ton of work, but it was a full house. My entire class was there. It was
Really.
like, oh, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? What's going on?
Hmm. Yeah. That's.
Actually,
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
funniest story of the night. My friend goes to the bathroom, take a piss or something, and some USC student comes to him and says, "Hey, you want to take a bump?"
Oh.
If for the folks that are home, snow. For the folks who don't know what snow means, we're talking about
Hmm. Sniff, sniff.
sniff. The white stuff, that white powder, folks.
Yes.
No, I'm not participating. Our boy Alex, isn't participating necessarily that I know of.
Mhm.
But I found it funny because this stuff is expensive, and this guy was actually forcing not forcing, but he was like, "Hey, you sure you don't want it? Like, here's the bump." Like, it was like, "Hey, dude, that's like probably like 30 bucks of like stuff you're sniffing into your nose." Like, wow, why are you being so nice?
Mhm.
So I found that funny,
Mhm.
and only at USC events.
Yeah, but you didn't take him up on his offer.
No, not at all.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's always funny coming across that snow, being asked to hit the slopes, snowboard, whatever you'll call it, sniff sniff. It's something I never encountered. I heard of rich kids in high school doing that crap in the suburbs of Portland, where I'm from, but I never came across it. Not even in college did I see it. I was in a fraternity and I didn't have any. Maybe because I wasn't cool enough to get offered the stuff, and they just looked at me tucked in polo, and they're like, "Yeah, this kid's not inhaling anything.
Accounting major.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
he's not
He's a
sniffing
narc.
anything." It wasn't until I was at PwC and I had a buddy who worked at a different Big Four, some party in LA. It's always LA, folks, where we're doing these hard drugs. Not me, but I was offered a little sniff sniff, and I've never done it. I'm not even saying that to flex on a pod. I've never actually done the hard stuff. I'm always scared it's going to be mixed with that Fenty or that fentanyl. Yeah, fentanyl. And then
That sounds about right.
yeah, which I mean, passing away from that sounds pretty badass, but I'll pass for now. That's dope though, dude. You had it sounds like you had the full college experience with this bar review. You got offered stuff, you got cheap cocktails, and uptight women.
Yeah, absolutely, man, and hypocritical people as well.
Yeah.
Full experience.
The mask thing is nuts, dude. It's crazy, and I don't want to do a COVID podcast because now I feel like we're CNN or Fox doing this. But it is tough with this.
Do you think we get Fauci?
Oh yeah, ouchie Fauci. It
I don't think he's ever turned down a podcast or a TV show appearance. Maybe we
yeah
could get him in for our
yeah
next episode.
yeah he'll want screen time, clout. But it is yeah it is tough with this variant just to know what direction this is gonna go in because I mean I don't want to wear my fucking mask. I don't think anyone wants to. We preach safety and
Absolutely
everything,
not, man.
but it's crazy inconsistency. You walk into a restaurant, they say, "Hey, mask up, Bucko, mask up, Big Nuts," and then you just sit down to have your meal and your mask is off. It's like, well, what are we even doing here?
Exactly. Like, what just happened?
Yeah,
Hey, wait. So what? If I walk 5 feet to a table, I could take my mask off and eat freely right next to another guy who's not wearing his mask? Like, what?
yeah. It's the
Like,
same thing on planes. Someone brought this up, and it's so true that you have to sit on an airplane. Everyone has their mask on at all times, and yet they bring out drinks, and you can take it off to have a sip of Coke or something.
exactly.
What are we doing?
Exactly. Exactly.
What's the point?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I was talking about that when I came back from Europe. Like, people had their masks off for like 45 minutes. They're like, hey, I'm eating, sorry. And no one could do anything.
Yeah.
Like even the stewardess, you could tell was like an like one of those anti-maskers. She
Uh-huh.
had her mask like right here. You know what I mean? Like those people who they when they're doing their masks, like it's like right like under their nose. Like it's just like bullshit. Like
Mhm.
it's like why are you wearing a mask at that point? But it was like yeah, the stewardess is chill.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I have a story that it kind of leads in. It's related to that mask thing, but sounds like you classes are going well though. Everything's good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
getting
yeah.
tougher, I imagine, as the semester annals up.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know how it is, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So one of the things that happened. So I went to Seattle with a buddy of mine. He drove us up. He's at KPMG. Funny enough.
Oh, did you get any good stories out of them?
Not a ton out of him. He's working remotely. He's in the deal advisory practice. He hates his manager. So, yeah, you just deal with that sometimes, folks. Look, we sprinkled in some accounting into this episode, but you mentioned the
Welcome,
mask
people.
thing. As you all know, we talked for the first 30 minutes of this ep about sports. We're both sports fans. So when I went up to the Big C, uh,
That's Seattle, folks.
yeah, Amazon County. We Bezos Falls. We we made a trip to a Safeco Field, now known as T-Mobile Park. We saw a Mariners game, and then we also went to a Sounders game, which I know a lot of people think soccer's gay, but it is. And so we went to that game. We went to that game on Saturday, and you mentioned the mask thing. People saying pull it up at both of these stadiums. We're outside and it's a full requirement to keep it on, and they have dudes in each section getting paid to hold a sign that says mask up, like keep
Are
your
you
mask
serious?
on. I'm not even joking, dude. And so what my buddies and I did is we just went and got beers, and you just hold them even when the beer is empty. You hold it in your hand and go, I'm drinking, I'm not putting my mask on, I have a beverage here. But isn't that nuts that we're outside?
It was.
Didn't the CDC say that you don't need one? Maybe that was pre-variant, but I feel like that's what are we doing?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, if you're sitting right like the way these stadiums are, you're literally right next to each other. I doubt a mask is doing anything, and it's outdoors, right?
Yeah. And I'm
I
barely
don't.
spitting on people. So it's yeah, exactly. It's not deserved. And you're outdoors. But dude, I thought that was hilarious. So that's enough for the mask rant. But so at this Mariners game, I'm there with my two friends. And we're poor accountants. So we're in these kind of nosebleeds in right field, decent seats, but we're in these
This
nose
podcast business hasn't really taken off, huh?
yeah, not yet. I mean, we'll get the Patreon bumping, but we're only 7 in. We'll get to 700 soon. And so we've got decent seats, and we around like the 7th inning. By the way, the stadium is half full. I don't think it's a capacity thing. I think it's a baseball being boring thing for why this place isn't filled up. And so around the 7th inning, we go, you know what, fuck it. Let's walk down and try and get into the 100 level. Let's try and get close to home plate. And these fucking security people do not fuck around. So we go downstairs to the 100 level. We're up above kind of where the snacks are and the people with diabetes get their hot dogs. And we are walking around, and we just try and walk right in. We try and walk through the 100, and it's this fat lesbian, maybe she was straight, I don't know, but she's the one manning the section. So we walk in, she stops my buddy and goes, tickets please. And he's like, oh, sorry about that, let me just check my phone here. And which obviously we don't have fucking 100 level tickets. And so he just kind of awkwardly checks his phone until a different group goes in. And then we're like, all right, let's try a different section. So we walk over, and apparently if you don't have your tickets in the 100 level, they will ask you for a passcode, which if they give everyone in the 100 levels a password on the ticket. And if you
Are you
say,
serious?
yeah, and if you say the password, they let you in. Apparently, I don't know if there's a trick to it, but so we go to the next section. We walk up, and a dude walks out of the section as we're trying to go up, and my buddy taps the dude. He goes, "Hey man, what's the passcode for the 100 level?" And this kid, no hesitation, goes, "Oh, it's home plate. That's the password." And so we're like, "All right, dude, appreciate it, buddy." He walks off to go take a piss or rub one out. And so we go up to the lady and we go, "Hey, us three, password home plate." And she just looks at us and goes, "Nope, tickets, please." She denied us saying the passcode. And so once again my buddy does the awkward look at the tickets. And we just had to walk away again. And we're like, did that kid fucking lie to us? Did she just profile us, saw that we looked poor, and it was like, yeah, these kids aren't in the fucking 100 level? I don't know what happened. So I don't know if the password thing is a gimmick or what. She asked us for the password. We knew there would be one. The kid said it was home plate. The fact that he knew a baseball related term and spit it to us, no hesitation. He didn't say he didn't say, "No, sorry man, I'm not going to give that to random people." He immediately was like, "Yeah dude, it's home plate." So he's either a good liar and he fucked us over, or the lady saw that we had the password and was like, "Nah, these kids I don't trust them. I need to see tickets too." And so we didn't get to the 100 level. We had to sadly go back to our shitbox nosebleeds, and we didn't get to sit behind home plate, but it was still a good game. Mariners won. It was a 1-run game. Yeah, so that's all I had.
Who cares about baseball?
Yeah, serious dude. No, young kids don't give a fuck. Like, there's a whole section in T-Mobile Park just dedicated. It's like a bar crawl. It's like the bar thing for USC, but for just random not UW kids, but just young Seattle kids. If you Google this, T-Mobile Park,
That sounds fun.
There's an outdoor section where like young people, young guys and girls can just mingle. They're not even watching the game. Like someone will hit a home run and these dudes in jean jackets won't even turn around. They're just still eyes locked on some skank that they're trying to get with. They don't give a fuck about the game, which it did look fun. I thought we should maybe join in, but I was wearing like a camo Mariners hat that they gave out for free, and I was just looking like a bum. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to, meet any whores right now. But dude, yeah, that stadium's crazy. They gotta appeal to young people, so they're like, yeah, just pay for a full ticket and then come here and just flirt with people.
So they have to pay for a whole ticket though?
I think so. I mean, you got to at least get a nosebleed, which could be like $10. I mean,
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, dude, they're cheap as hell for baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our Sounders tickets were a bit more pricey, but that's got full blown hipsters and.
Really? How much were the soccer tickets?
I think we paid around 50 each.
Jeez Louise, to watch MLS?
Yeah, no,
They gotta pay you for that.
Yeah, and I live in PDX where we have the Timbers. I've never been to a game. I don't care at all. But I will admit the game was. This is how bad it was though. So we showed up. Probably 10 minutes into the match. We missed the only goal of the match. It happened maybe 5 minutes in, and there wasn't another score the rest of the 85 minutes. Like, goddamn.
Oh man, $50 down the drain.
Yeah, it was still fun to watch and do all the queer chants or whatever they do.
What are people actually into it?
People are into it, dude, and that's where the mask thing was way more strict than the Mariners.
Wait, who's into it? Are they like paid like actors or something? Like, I don't know one person who's really into MLS soccer. I just don't know one person.
Yeah. One of my buddies I'm moving in with, he'll go to maybe a game every 2 weeks. So he's kind of into it.
He's into MLS soccer?
Yeah, I mean, he likes going to the games. I will admit, and I don't want to sound too fruity here, but it is
no, fruity. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, Fruity Pebbles. It is a fun environment, I think. but no, I wouldn't pay. The fact that I just went with friends and they wanted to
Yeah.
do it, I was like, sure. And it was at CenturyLink where the Seahawks play. So I'm like, all right, I've never seen this
Oh
stadium.
wait, they play in the football stadium?
Yeah.
Really? Isn't that like a 50,000 person stadium?
Yeah, and so the Sounders had the whole 100 and 200 levels sold out, but the top 300 is just empty for the soccer games.
So what section were you guys?
We were, I think we were 200, but we were one of the first rows. We had good seats. I could see everything perfectly. It was better than the Mariners for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And too bad you guys didn't go this weekend because there's a Seahawks game, right?
Yeah, yeah, they
That
were.
would have been
They,
fun.
that would have been fun. Yeah, dude. Have you been to an NFL game before?
No, never. I want to
Well,
go to
I've been to one, but yeah,
which one?
I saw the I saw the Chargers and the Colts play
In the
2 years
Coliseum?
ago. No, it was at the StubHub Shit Arena where the in Carson,
Oh,
California.
that must have been good because it's a small stadium, right?
Yeah, it was good, and we had good seats. I went with my uncle, and he's not even really a sports fan, but we went, and I said, you know what, I'll become a Chargers fan. That was the year before they had Herbert, but I was like, yeah, let me just be full
Phil
on
Rivers, old man Phil.
old man Phil. Yeah, I think he had an eye patch and a peg leg when he was
Oh,
playing because
it's like the guy could barely move.
he was on Cialis and his last legs.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, there's so much to talk about this NFL season. I mean, like every team, you could go on like an hour talking about each team. That's crazy, man. It's just like every time you talk about an NFL team, I'm like, oof, like all their problems and stuff like that.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, you could go on a tangent about Kyler. You could talk about Joe Burrow and his broken leg and how that's never going to repair.
Dude, I mean, now I know what how these sports talk show hosts like could fill 3 hours a day.
Oh yeah,
So,
Colin Coward. He could just
the
he
goat,
could about
man.
gummy bears and make it work.
Yeah, I mean, how is he? How are they doing stuff during COVID? That's like the biggest con job.
Yeah,
Talking about sports like during those like 3 4 months, like what are they talking about? Like who's listening to them?
yeah. I don't know. I wasn't tuned in. Remember,
Me
I
neither.
remember that dude when the Last Dance dropped. That was the only sports material that we had gotten in months. The
Yeah.
doc. And I'm
The-
pretty sure Skip Bayless just talked about that for the rest of the year. I don't think he had anything else to say because
I
that was
mean,
enough.
Skip Bayless only has three things to talk about: the Dallas Cowboys, LeBron James sucks, and Michael Jordan's better. And then what's the third one? Oh, he loves talking about his boy Kawhi. I think he loves Kawhi for
Yeah,
some reason.
he always liked the Spurs. I remember when those days when it was Kawhi with Popovich against,
Yeah,
against LeBron in Miami. He loved those Spurs.
but now the Spurs are like arguably like they're the worst like team in the NBA, like the least amount of talent by far.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
there's no talent on that team. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So I had some other stuff written down about Seattle. So one of the things is, do you play video games at all? Are you
Oh,
like
all the time, all the time.
is that a sarcasm or what?
No, no, seriously, all the time. I'm like addicted to it, man.
So I didn't grow up on 2K
Dude,
or
I play 2K so much. I play
yeah,
2K all the
I didn't
time.
I didn't really grow up on Madden 2K. I played a little bit of Call of Duty because I thought about no, that's a bad
No,
joke.
no, no, no. I
I
know
was,
where you're going with that. I
gonna-
knew
I
where
was
you're
gonna
going
make
with it.
I was gonna make a school shooter joke.
I
No,
knew it. I knew it. That's the
yeah,
thing. It's like
yeah, yeah. I wanted to learn how to fire a gun. No, but
it's like I fucking know where you're going.
yeah, we got that chemistry. We're in sync. But
No,
that's
I just know
mostly
your sick twisted mind.
that's mostly what we were playing. And so I played Madden a couple times with my buddies this past weekend, and I was just awful. So that was really all I had. I was just my decision making. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pick who I throw to before the play happens. You gain respect for QBs when you can't even do it in a video game.
Hey, can I ask something? I'm in this Survivor League.
Yeah,
I know we were talking about sports. You know what a Survivor League is?
not exactly, no.
All right, let me explain it to everyone. Survivor League is basically so in the Survivor League that I'm in, I put $50 in. There's like 300 people. They put $50 in, and the whole point is each week, NFL week, you're supposed to pick one team, just one team to win their game, right? But you can't every week that goes on, you can't pick a team that you've already picked,
Okay.
right?
I
So
think
you
you
have to
explained
pick.
this. I think you said this maybe on a previous app,
Have
but
I?
now, yeah. No, well, I don't
Because I
know if you,
participated in this. I just joined last week. In the Survivor League, I put $50 in. And now every week I have all this stress to pick one team to win. And for some reason, that seems to be so hard because
yeah.
there's like 13-point favorites, but I can't, I still like, I'm still scared of pulling the trigger on some of these guys because
Yeah.
I don't know, there's, there's just so many factors. So do you have any idea who's like a guaranteed lock next week to win?
And is it just is it just NFL? Is it any
Yeah, oh yeah, just NFL, yeah.
um
No, no, we got the Sounders in it too.
yeah. Well, I think my brother did something similar, but it was or that game beat the streak. I think we've had this conversation on the pod, but the game
Didn't we?
that game beat the streak where it was you were given options each day for certain games.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
We talked about that. Yeah,
yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I'll have to check the schedule and I'll maybe get back to you on that. That could be a
maybe.
fun segment though. We do
Yeah,
here where we pick, yeah, where we pick who's gonna do it. Because we normally drop these episodes on Saturdays, as the millions of people know that have tuned in. But dude, yeah, that'd be fun. We pick someone who is gonna not,
lock of the week. Yeah,
yeah, lock of the week. Um, that's good. Next week, I'll definitely come prepped with a team I'm
you
picking.
better be, unless I lose this week.
Oh, dude, yeah, that'd be tragic.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
uh,
$50 down the drain, my man.
yeah.
But
All right, Brody. I don't. Did you have anything else specific? I had a couple more like Seattle, just things I want to throw to the fans. If you're ever in Seattle,
Big C.
I have a cup. This Starbucks Reserve.
Whoa, big shot.
There's only I think four of these in the world. There's one in Seattle, one in New York, one in Tokyo, and then one in Bakersfield, California. No, I'm kidding, not Bakersfield. I think the fourth one is Chicago. Maybe it's
I
the
thought there was
biggest.
one in LA.
No, I don't think there is. Um,
Oh,
yeah, but
yeah.
so I went to this place a couple years ago with these same friends when I did a trip in college. And at that time, it was this reserve was the only place. Seattle's a funny place because they have the original Starbucks. That's where it was founded, Pike's Place, and everyone goes nuts for that place. They're like, "Oh, let's get in line and finger each other and go get a coffee here." When it's like, it's this, yeah, it's like the normal spot, cream pie. But this reserve, this is a place, and give this a Google, like when you've got free time, whole different level, whole different setup. They've got all these coffees that are completely off the menu, like a whiskey infused cold brew. They've got these different ice cream coffee drinks, a ton of different espresso flavors. And
Wow.
then they have a full restaurant too, where they've got pizza you can get. This is a Starbucks, and they've got actual food you can get, and then a ton of cool.
Hold on, let's Google this,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Google
Are the prices like 100% more expensive?
it is more expensive, and that's why it's a place to go visit. Not drastically more expensive, but um, yeah, if you just do Seattle Starbucks Reserve, go to Google Images. This is where I wish we had a Jamie or some producer to put this on the screen, but we're too poor to know how to do that.
Hey, Jamie, we need you, my man. Hey, okay, so I looked at Starbucks Reserve, and now it says Starbucks featuring Reserve. What the hell is that?
Huh.
I don't
I
know what
don't know.
Starbucks featuring Reserve is.
This is just called the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, I believe. And so,
Seattle.
yeah. And
Oh
so,
wow.
this place, they've got a ton of
Oh, it
cool.
looks beautiful.
Yeah, they've got a whole bakery section where we had this dank ass croissant with prosciutto. It was all very fancy. You
Can
sit,
you
yeah,
can
go.
you what was I gonna say? Can you pay with your Starbucks money?
You can, yes, yeah, you can use your if you have a card with points on it, which is pretty sweet. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, and
All
so
right, so I'm looking at the prices here for the folks at home. You guys want to know what a chocolate chip cookie is? One chocolate chip cookie.
$30. No, I would say like five.
3.5.
Okay. See that? I feel like that's a
That
little
is
bit of.
that is that reasonable?
I feel like that is expensive, but I feel like that's a little above the normal.
All
I
right,
think it's probably like $2 at a store.
all
Even
right,
at
let me.
regular Starbucks, a water is like $6. Like they jack it up regardless.
Yeah,
Jack it
yeah,
up.
but a chocolate chip cookie, 3.5 bucks. I mean, I could go to Costco. I could get a pack of like 30 for 6.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
just
But
saying, those
anyway,
are really tasty.
this place had some dank ass cold brew flavors. It was cool. It was cool to check out.
Hold
Uh,
on, hold on. Let me give the folks another one. Slice of sausage and mozzarella pizza. How much? Slice, just
I
a
love
slice.
I love sausage.
We know you do, my man.
Gosh, like
Just
eight.
a slice, just a slice.
Yeah, like eight.
8.5.
Wow.
You're normalizing this 8.5 for a slice of pizza. I'm buying.
But it's
Whole,
the ambiance, Brody. It's you're hanging out, you're with a bunch of Asian tourists, you're having a good time. People have their vlog cameras out. You're just in that moment. Anyways, uh,
that's 8.5, my man. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see.
trust me, if I was a regular, what do they call it in Los Angeles? It's a Angelino. In Seattle, it's a Bezo Nino or Bill Gates Nino. If I lived in Seattle, I wouldn't be fucking around and going here all the time. But it
All
was
right, let me give you another one.
yes.
Regular cappuccino. Just a
Uh,
cappuccino.
uh, 6.
Yeah, 6. That's right. I mean, wow, dude, what have you memorized their menu, or you're just okay with these expensive?
I'm just taking what it would typically be. A cappuccino would probably be around like $4, and I'm just
Yeah,
adding a couple. So that's my strategy here. Um,
yeah, yeah. I mean, you're hitting these right on the nail, my man. I'm
mhm.
very impressed. All right, let me give you another one. Let's see if you'll get this one. All right.
All right.
Let's see. How about hot chocolate?
Um, I mean, it doesn't have caffeine. Maybe like a 5.
You're going with 5. Hot chocolate. Cup of hot chocolate.
Yeah, let's do 5.
How about 6?
6. Okay. Wow. Same as the cap. No cap.
Yeah. So what are you getting? The cappuccino or the hot chocolate?
Personally, I'd probably do the cap. The hot chocolate, too much sugar, I'd shit my pants immediately.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, a little bit TMI, but good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Let me give you another one. Let me give you another one.
All right.
Um,
Whole game show.
avocado toast.
Oh,
Just toast with avocado on it.
oh, give me $40. No, I mean it. Probably, let's say 7.
Yes, that exact. I mean,
Yeah.
there's something going on with you with this menu, man.
No, dude,
You
I swear I don't have it pulled up next to me exactly. No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
just
Not,
have it here on your phone.
dude, so did you ever go to that place Phil's Coffee in LA? There was one in downtown that I went to during the internship with Aria, and then we had to take shits. Uh,
Oh, I went a few times when PwC paid though.
yeah, and there's
Yeah.
one in Santa Monica too. They have an avocado toast, which is probably 30. I mean, it's not actually 30. It's probably 10. How insane is that?
Wow, reserves discount, man. It's cheap. We should get some more.
Yeah. All right. So, all
Well,
right.
hold on. Before you leave, let's go through some more. All right, let's just go through some more. Let's see. What's a good one here? Mm-hmm. All right, a regular cup of black coffee. Regular cup of black coffee. Nothing special. Just black coffee.
I'm gonna say 4.
Fuck you. Yeah, exactly right. There's a menu right by you, man.
No,
Because
dude, I'm not. I'm,
no,
I'm seriously just taking a typical price and adding two. If you were to get if you were to get like a Pike's coffee, that's probably $2. If it's just black, they don't have to do anything, and then you just add. Yeah, you just add
you
two.
just add 100%. It's not $2, it's 100%.
Yeah, but I didn't add 100% for the cap. That's like four, and you
That
add
was
2%.
50%. Yeah.
Right. So I'm not. It's not a percent. For me, it's a dollar
So
thing.
no matter what, it's like you have to add like $2, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
But
But anyways, folks,
what about the pizza slice? How'd you get that $8.50?
that was random. I had no idea what that would be.
I
Yeah,
mean, there's some menu by folks. I don't buy that. That's bullshit. Because no one's guessing that a pizza slice is $8.50.
I mean, I think I said eight. I don't think I guessed the half.
Sorry,
You're
$8. Wait.
giving me credit. All right, dude. But so that was another place we checked out. One last Seattle experience. It was a really mellow weekend. I mean, I went with an accountant and a data science student.
Cheapskates.
Yeah, so we weren't, hitting the
Cheap, cheap,
club.
cheap, cheap, cheap,
Yeah,
cheap, 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 cheap,
yeah, we were cheaping out, not spending much.
cheap, cheap, cheap,
Um,
cheap.
one other rec. So I said the reserve. One of my buddy who has got his own place. You got to get a vinyl player for music. The audio experience is insane. You ever seen one of those vinyl, the actual records?
I thought these guys are cheap guys. Cheapskates.
Yeah, he balled out on this music experience. Yeah, you ever heard the song "Everywhere" by Fleetwood Mac?
Mm,
Like, I want to be with you everywhere. And they sounded
really good. I don't know what it sounds like, but
I sounded
now yours is just way better than
like
anything.
I
So
sounded like Michael Jackson with that one. Where are the kids? Um, but so the sound quality is crazy, and when it plays that little jingle at the start of that song, I like I said, never done hard drugs, but that was a acid trip or something. So go get a vinyl, folks. That thing was insane. Listening to him play that music, my body was shivering. I was semening. But that's my last rec as far as just stuff I experienced in the big C. And yeah, shop at Amazon, shop local.
that's good. That's good. Look, folks. I mean, I think that wraps up our episode. I think Alex did a little bit of cheating on the Starbucks Reserve menu because no way anyone's guessing all of them right. I mean, this guy, there was something going on with him, unless he ordered all of these items. This big shot over here, this podcast millionaire taking it, our podcast ad dollars to the Starbucks Reserve shop and just balling out.
Yeah.
Getting some avocado toasts, getting some, regular black coffee, hot chocolate, nice slice of pizza.
Yes.
All right, let me ask you this. This one let's just see this. How about a full pizza from Starbucks Reserve? A full, let's say full mushroom pizza. Just mushroom.
See, there's such cunts. I'm gonna say like $30.
Is that what you're going with?
Am I hot or cold on that?
And you're very cold.
Really? Let's say 40 then.
Very cold.
There's no fucking way.
And you're very fucking cold.
50?
Cold.
Am I going in the opposite direction?
No, you're going in the right direction.
60.
Close.
This is nuts. Are you looking at the actual menu?
I'm looking at the actual menu.
Oh my gosh. What kind of shrooms are these?
Very good ones, apparently.
65 for
hit it right on the nail. 65.
See, I was off by 35 there. So clearly I'm not looking at something, but that is insane.
I know.
I never tried their pizza. I mean, it must be made out of
fucking gold.
Yeah, God's dick. That's insane, dude.
65 for a whole pizza.
That's nuts. Yeah, I wasn't buying that. I'd rather go to a local place. We did go to this cool local pizza spot.
Domino's?
It was like $20. No, I mean it was more
Papa John's?
Yeah, it was salt of the earth Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I go to a local place myself too. A little Italian spot, Domino's.
Yeah, demon knows. All right, dude. Well, I think that's all I got. I don't know if you got anything else.
No, I'm just gonna do some more research on the Starbucks Reserve menu. Just gonna see
Yeah,
what else is
yeah.
great, what else I can't
You
afford.
gotta pay a visit. Go pay a premium. Uh, Have yourself a good old time.
Yeah. I want a slice of this $9 pizza. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, $65 pizza.
yeah. I can't believe that's real. I feel like you're just joshing me now.
I'm looking at it right now. If our producer Josh would put it, what's his name again? What's our producer's name? What's that young lad's name?
Amy or Diego.
Diego. If Diego could put up a picture of the Starbucks Reserve menu right now, that'd be very nice.
Yeah,
Diego, get to work.
yeah. Andale. All right, dude. So we're wrapping up the app. Sorry to folks that we didn't touch on the accounting stuff, but that's what next episode is for. We'll talk about recruiting and anal.
Whatever.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
everything there is. Um, all right, calling it. Yep.